we should start to see chats roll in, but I guess let's give it a sec. Maybe make sure my audio is configured. Could be not the correct. And just like I thought, fuck. Is this not on? Oh, that makes sense. Wireless go to. Hello? How is our audio sounding? Did the levels jump way up? No. Properties. There it is. 2 channels now. Alright, can you say something?
Hello.
Alright, yeah, that seems good. Okay, cool. Let's go back to close my messages, close that, close that, close that, close that, close that. Cool. We are we got Quisho. Oh, I guess I could make an announcement that I'm going live. Ah, what the hell? Why'd you put that in my desktop, bro? Announcements. We are live on YouTube. I don't want to do an everyone ping. Guess could also go live on Discord, but this is not reflecting live. Cool. Well, actually, people can trickle in as they trickle in. I'm not too worried about that because we're reading a sick-ass article today. All right. So you know nothing about, like, Less Wrong and stuff.
No.
I don't know a ton about them too, but people really like them. So what's this? It's a very unusual guide to improving your brain and your life. No bullshit. It doesn't waste your time. Information is given minimally in bullet points. Each skill has clear results with detailed information that lets you evaluate your progress. Pretty soon, you'll know it's real. No religious or mystical connotations. Detailed casual models. If you don't like the approach asserted by Be Well Tuned, you can substitute your own ideas and get equivalent results. You can also plot your own way through the skill tree. Do we have dark mode? Detailed casual models. If you don't like the approach, okay, we read that. You can also plot your own way through the skill tree. All right, fundamental level. It's not another bundle of productivity advice or a miscellany. I guess that's miscellany. That's a cool word. Of life tips and tricks. Rather, it's about tweaking the fundamental settings of your brain. If you get them precisely right, most other life advice becomes unnecessary or effortless to apply. That's very much been my experience with behavior. And it assumes you think the correct approach is probably to keep in mind the same time that the instructions are broken. The correct approach is probably to keep in mind at the same time that the instructions are broken, and also there are profound insights that can be learned by trying to follow them. Before you can learn anything, you need to find it yourself and to admit that you don't already know it. You have been warned.
Ominous, nice.
Yeah, you know it's gonna be good when. Okay.
Wait, this isn't a skill tree. I want a cool skill tree graphic, Sylvan. Do we have that?
I don't see one.
I don't want to just read some text. Like.
Yeah, text isn't engaging enough. Should we
Yeah.
go watch YouTube?
No, I want a cool obsidian graph of things. I want it to be like Minecraft when you unlock all the achievements.
Someone could probably create a visualization of it pretty easily. I bet Less Wrong has. They're fucking nerds.
But they put it behind a paywall. You want the cool thing, you gotta pay.
Everything. All right, note. At the top level skills, all the top level skills have very, very strong effects. This guy used very twice. You must be serious. If you learn them, you will have no trace of doubt about whether they work and about whether they really have improved your life. Try to also apply this principle of clarity to all sub-skills that you will encounter all along the way. Whether you aren't sure that something is working, assume that it isn't and continue learning. If you get stuck, bored, confused, or can't make the instructions work for any other reason, get in touch, or even better. Oh, awesome. They have a Discord server as well where they kind of teach people to be more optimal. Apparently, they've like taught a lot of cool stuff.
They said that we should assume it isn't working. What's that about?
Uh, like up at the top, you mean?
Yeah, principle of clarity.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is do not fix with cognition. What can be fixed with chemistry before anything else? Your brain is a biological machine, and that's where I would say like I mean they'll probably explain it, but yeah, like your food inputs and stuff are pretty important, and your yeah like medications if you have ADHD are very important. Okay, so we've got tune your emotional processing. Then we've got to pause your feedback loops and Gendelin's focusing. Cool ass name. Because nothing will get done if you don't show up for it. And then we got tune cognitive strategies, track reality with beliefs, and upgrade your decision theory. Because by default, you'll spend your life repeating the same mistakes over and over again and doing it the smart way. Tune your motor cortex, sub skills, relax all your muscles, sense your body with extreme clarity, become very alert and calm. Because no matter how many years you've spent not thinking about this, controlling muscles is still the main thing your brain does. If you get this right, magic happens. Oh, dude, I can't wait for that. Yeah. What's up? Who just slid in? Edward, name is too long. I'm sorry, but welcome.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Dude, this shit apparently is like the biggest upskill document that's out there right now. I can't wait. This has been on the back burner for ages. So I'm curious. I feel like I have pretty good emotional processing at this point, but it'll probably even make it better. Okay. Here's our skill. The good. You act decisively on your problems. This makes you feel empowered and good about your life. You recover from bad moods quickly. If you are disturbed by painful or sad thoughts, it's only because there is an actual good reason for their continued salience. If you easily focus and do productive work, it's much easier when you aren't caught in unproductive thought loops, anxiety spirals, etc. The bad. You are forced to face your demons and deal with them. While this is ultimately very beneficial, the process of getting there might be rough depending on your starting point. This for me was brutal with no. I had to really like acknowledge that yeah, I was not very far along in a lot of things, and yeah, it's a big ego blow, but yeah, but that doesn't seem like a high price to pay. How to tell if you have it. This is a medium difficulty skill you are likely to already have to some degree with lots of room for improvement. Okay, I believe it.
Yeah.
You don't have any nagging thoughts or memories. It means literally zero of them. This is the thing you did a long time ago that you were still embarrassed about. Oh, sure. Do you have any of those?
Yeah.
Dude, I've gotten rid of all of them.
Holy crap.
Yeah. If something comes up, this kind of query, the memory requires more processing. Oh, if something comes up at this kind of query, that memory requires more processing. Oh, what is the thing you did a long time ago that you were still embarrassed about? Yeah. Do you have a specific one that's not like too embarrassing to publicly share? I can go first if you.
I've said some really cringe things to girls.
Dude, same. I've said some bad shit.
God, do I have to say it? Do we want to hear it?
No. Unless it's like really. I mean, well, it's up to you. It's up to you. It'd be. Oh, our rice is done. Hell yeah.
You got rice.
Are you guys still? Are you still there? We lost him.
The red room, yeah, dude. Sylvan is like a vampire. I don't know how he does this.
What do you mean?
It's all red in here. It's dark. The screen is blinding me.
Dude, the sun is gross. Bro, that shit doesn't do anything good for you. It gives you skin cancer.
It makes the planet warm.
Okay, that's like the only thing it does. And now heaters do that too.
But I can see with it.
Yeah, but you can see with lights.
Yeah, you can't see far away with lights.
Floodlights?
Yeah,
You ever read City of Ember?
no.
It's like a city that's underground. And they just light everything artificially.
But this is a fictional city.
Yeah, but it could be real. I mean,
Yeah,
Dune is fictional, but it's playing out in reality.
yeah, but they're all depressed in it, right? Obviously, because there's no sun.
Yeah,
The
but
sun is the source of positive mental health energy, Sylvan.
I guess so. I guess so.
All mental illnesses is just a combination of deprivation of the sunlight, moonlight, and probably 2 other things.
This isn't the best rice I've ever made, but you want me to serve you up some?
Yeah, could you just put it in a bowl? Or
What?
could you just put it in a bowl?
Yeah, I got you. It won't be perfect, but it's good enough.
You're saying like it's not going to be level in the bowl?
No, 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 no. The rice itself. You want any edamame?
Sure.
All right, cool.
Did he botch the rice? Well, we went an hour and we found out that he hadn't turned on the machine to make it.
Here.
Thank you. Wow. You guys, this has like vegetables in it.
Are they? What are the people saying? Oh, what's up? No. Batch the rice. Yeah, I batched the rice. Oh, botch. No, 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 no. Well, we'll see. Yeah. So what's the embarrassing moment?
Oh, I mean, it was such a long, continuous, like, multi-day fumble. Like
That's a funny way to put it.
there was like one that revealed that she had a bunch of trauma, and then I'm like, why is that a problem? Haven't you watched TV? Don't you know how to deal with this?
Oh no. Generational. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I guess I'll reciprocate. I've had some pretty brutal fumbles with girls as well. A lot of what I do, like a lot of the social fumbles I make, is I have such a big ego that like I'll just like flex random things I'm not actually good at. I've done that to some girls, and oh my god, I've said some fucking stupid shit. Ah, bro, yeah. Luckily, so wait, so that still lives in your head rent free?
You know, I can tell there are thoughts that keep recurring. I don't know if that one is super. No, not a lot of renting going on there.
What are the ones that give you rent?
Stuff my mother said to me, I've said to her. Like there's one I was thinking about the other day. It was like telling me that I have to clean my room, or they're gonna go through with a garbage bag and take all the stuff outside and donate it. And then I'd say something, and they're like, "No talking back." That was the craziest shit. They said no talking back when I tried to argue or like say anything.
And that is not a good way to treat someone. Didn't realize my name was that stupid long until now. We know your Vim Riz is pristine. Dude, the Riz is worrying. Eric can tell you. Just wait till we get Popular Girl teaches Vim users flirting, bro. We're gonna transfer that Riz skill to as many people as possible. Wait, I just realized that was kind of gay. I'm glad I used my Riz on you.
I'm gonna have the most autistic way of stating back to her whatever she tells us is flirting. It's gonna be so great.
So it's really like it's a thing with the parents, like that really. So stuff your mom says really has a lot of kind of bearing on you.
It's all stuff that she said before I stopped listening to her. So yeah, it's just all childhood stuff when I was powerless and I had to deal with that. Now when she says stuff, it's just terrible because it reminds me of that.
I see. I like edamame, but it sucks. You have to like eat them in such a weird way.
You can't just eat them.
Well, the shells are kind of too fibrous, I think.
Very fibrous.
Usually I buy shell edamame, but bulk edamame is cheaper. Like with the shells on. I think you can season the shells and cook them down a bit more, but I didn't do that. Okay, let's analyze some more. Uh, okay, so you never refuse to deal with problems. Uh, what do you wish you could just forget about? Do you have a personal issue that you think will never be fixed? That's a big one. Do you have any of those?
Yeah, they're all hard to articulate. Like I have a general lack of belief in the possibility of success in whatever I want. But like I can't name any specific thing that's gonna stop me.
It's weird. There's this little voice that really holds us back. I've had that a lot too. I just needed to get enough evidence under my belt that I could actually change things if I wanted to. Well, I wonder how they'll have us deal with that one. Do you have a personal issue that you think will never? Oh, we read that.
Is this a solutions included book?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're just prompting. This is how to tell if you have it. Mm. Do you have a personal issue that you think can never be fixed? Okay, we got that. Analyzing your past experiences feels pleasant. You treat it as an opportunity to learn important life lessons and find all sorts of interesting stuff. There should be no anxiety about bringing up whichever slice of your life. I would say that's true for me. I've made mistakes for sure.
Damn.
I've done some really, really dumb shit. Like, I was hooking up with this girl in my parents' car and then like crashed it into a snowbank. And then I got stuck in the snowbank, so I like had to get my parents to pull me out. It was so awkward.
How did you crash the car?
The car was just fogged up for obvious reasons. It was winter and the visibility was really low. Luckily, it was a snowbank, so the car wasn't damaged. But that was embarrassing. But I just think of it as like it was just funny. Like, and my parents are really chill, so. How many people are listening right now in chat? It's hard to gauge. Maybe they're just sitting back and not sending messages. Just shoot us a message real quick. Will that work? Will they say anything?
They don't respect you anymore because of the car thing.
Shit, you're right.
YouTube suicide. Vim user reveals he actually has had sex.
Sorry, guys. I sold out. Such a unique combination of sensory going on here. Yeah, have you heard of the enrichment categories, Lucas? Wait, are you the Lucas that I know? Yeah, we're hitting you with auditory, we're hitting you with social information, we're hitting you with unique cognitive puzzles and information, we're hitting you with a unique color. Yeah, no, the snowbank got owned. I actually got my friend to like 3 friends got involved. Like the whole community knew of this incident. Dude, and then our car broke down. So we were getting like a new car. We were touring it and my parents were telling the guy all about this incident. I was dying of embarrassment, bro. My parents love to tease me. Okay. Where is the cursor? Hello? Okay, scrolling, good enough. All right, how does it work? First, some background. You can roughly model your brain as using two different types of thinking: conscious, deliberate, sequential type of, and then subconscious, intuitive, and subconscious, intuitive slash parallel type, often as system 1 or system 2, the rider and the elephant. The distinction between these two is much more blurry than it might seem at first sight, but it's good enough for the purposes of this explanation. There are several important brain functions that are mostly exclusive to conscious, deliberate thought: communicating with people verbally, preparing complex plans and strategies, especially those which require multiple steps to be done for the first time ever, tweaking other brain functions to perform better. Or system 2, deliberative thought, tends to overestimate its own importance. This is not an accident. It is very adaptive from an evolutionary perspective to think and speak as if our conscious slash deliberate thoughts were indeed very important and control our lives. Dude, I think this is going to be a big one for you. I think you live in a system 2 constantly. Instead
Wait,
of rider and elephant.
these are new systems to me. Like I've seen the 1 and 2 thing, but I thought that was conscious and subconscious, or am I missing this? Because it just describes system 1 as the conscious mind, right?
No. I think system 2, deliberative thought. So I think system 2 is the deliberative one.
So, but number 1, communicating with people verbally, preparing complete plans and strategies. I thought preparing plans was an explicit activity.
Yeah, that seems to fit in with this, right? I mean, system 2, deliberative thought.
Okay, 1 is that. One. All right.
They just reversed them. It's a little weird from you think of thinking fast and slow.
Yeah. But so if system 2...
Bro, I think thinking fast and slow is like a little bit of science and a lot of vibes.
I just heard about the 1 and 2 from there. I haven't read it.
Yeah. I tried to read it. It was all vibes. So lots of fake studies, or not fake studies, but like lots of examples. Like, get to the point. This is not an accident. It is very adaptive from an evolutionary perspective to think and speak as if our conscious, deliberative thoughts. Okay, we got to that. And I think this is a huge one for you personally, because like you always tell me like you're gonna figure things out, but I think like a lot of like our conscious part of our brain is powerful, but we put too much emphasis in it. And there's like lots of like the emotional part of the brain is really important for things, and we like I'd imagine you have a very powerful CPU, but it's like struggling to do that parallelized emotional work.
Sounds real to me.
Instead of rider and elephant, you'd better do with the metaphors such as elephant and its trunk, or something else which emphasizes that deliberative thought is just one of the many functions and modules that are essential to healthy functioning of the whole brain. The experiences you are conscious of are exactly the ones that are essential to perform the functions listed above, no more, no less. For example, you are not conscious of the real motives of your behavior. In other words, the things you are conscious of are essentially information that is needed to do your job. If you imagine yourself as a component of your brain, they are definitely not here for you to passively enjoy like an exposition in a museum or have an existential crisis about. Yeah. At least not if you want your brain to work without glitches. So what are they saying? In other words, the things you are conscious of are essentially information that is needed to do your job. If you imagine yourself as a component of your brain, you are not. What are they saying there? I don't get that.
No, yeah, I lost. The experiences you and are conscious of are exactly the ones that are essential for you to perform the functions listed above. What are the functions listed above?
Like tasks, doing your job. I don't know. This might not be perfect writing, but I
No,
think
the screen is just so bright I can't think.
oh,
But it's not. There's not much to do about it.
is that better?
Can you make the font larger?
Like that.
You know.
I kind of get what they're saying, like this metaphor, where the conscious part of our brain is like a little piece of it, and then the elephant is like the big bulk of the other stuff. For example, you are not conscious of real motives of your behavior. Okay, we can skip this for now. It's not worth the figuring it out because it's not that reinforcing. And we kind of got this is the big point. Like, the last thing you want to do is attempt to control everything your brain does.
Right.
Cold out, bro.
Goddamn.
It's not. It not only doesn't work, it creates a divide between your conscious intentions and behavior, which ultimately causes you to lose control. On the contrary, if you keep doing those things, which are your job, and doing them well, you will ultimately become more integrated and in control. You keep doing those things which are your job. So I feel for me, like this is getting work done for me is extremely important. Like it makes me feel very calm and happy and like it makes me able to just resist the temptations of the modern world like very easily. I think like and letting the emotional parts of my brain just kind of function in the background and not really worry about understanding or controlling them.
So wait, it's saying that our job just is like the speaking part of our brains. Okay. Like it's not our jobs to do work.
Yeah, I guess so. We just yap.
But that's really interesting. Well, it sounds like the point of our deliberate minds is that we should be spending all of our time finding better ways to do things and finding new things and figuring out. Unless I've been reading this article upside down.
Well, that seems right.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Okay, it's still unclear. Consider this metaphor. You are an employee of a small company, your brain. Your job is to is consumer support, and you are the only person responsible for answering the phone. You regularly get tasks to do, emotions from your boss. Sometimes these tasks come from documentation, memories, mental images. In case the instructions are unclear, as they often are, you can request more information. And this is Geldin's focusing next. If you gather enough respect and trust, you can also assign tasks to other employees. That one is real interesting. I'm curious to read. Are you a good employee or a bad one? Good employee. Finishes tasks quickly and well. The emotional inbox is empty. Communicates with other employees and knows what's going on in the company. Gives accurate information to customers, other people, and their expectations are realistic. Has no reason to be embarrassed when someone learns something about the internal workings of the company. The company delivers with excellent quality and can afford to spend resources on keeping all employees happy. A bad employee ignores all but most urgent tasks and always has a pile of unfinished work, develops a fear of looking in the inbox, has no idea about what other employees are doing and is constantly surprised by it, has illusions about being very important and in control despite being the most useless employee by far, often has to make up information on the spot when talking to customers. This puts a lot of pressure on the employees as they become resentful. When some aspect of the company is in the public eye, there is panic all around and no one can do their job properly because they are busy pretending reality is something it is not. The company fails to deliver across the board. Yo, what's up? Not a lot of people sending chat messages. We gotta make chatting more fun. Whoever sends the most chat messages tonight is I don't know what could I do as a little reward. You can ask me a personal question about your life, and I'll send you a little personal video. Hopefully that works. But I don't know.
This is a wild metaphor. You know, it is kind of relaxing to know, though, that there's more competent people than me dealing with problems.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, we're locked in reading. Let's go. Actually, don't send chat messages. You guys are Chads. Keep it up. This shit will fix everything. Apparently, they say it's good. Okay. So we got Gendlin's focusing. I guess we should read that at some point, but okay. This I don't think this is super long because it's very boiled down. We'll open Gendlin's focusing next. Positive reinforcement. Yo, someone's reading the book. Hell yeah. Pick some emotion that you experienced recently or are experiencing at the moment. If you've been a bad employee a lot, pick something easy to get off to a good start recently. Not a very strong emotion. All right, what's an emotion you experienced recently?
Oh, man. Naming my emotions. Wow. I'm supposed to deal with these? This is my job? Confusion.
Is confusion an emotion?
I don't know. I'm a terrible employee.
Yeah, I don't even know if confusion. Okay, let's go over some. It says pick something easy to get off to a good start. Okay, all right, let's do something happy. So like when we were talking earlier about your experience in college, the like when you were telling me that, we'll keep that in mind. Fully understand the purpose behind that emotion. If the emotion is a task to do, what would it mean if you did it really well? That's a weird one. Like, is there a lesson to be learned? Is there something you didn't seem to know about yourself? Is there something that you should simply go out and do in the world? What do you think you'd be asked to do? Actually, let's do a more stronger emotion because I'm not actually sure how that would apply to happiness.
We work for customer support.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna be on the line with them.
Why is customer support talking to us?
I don't know. It's how our brain is.
What do we provide them?
We'll see in a sec. So okay, let's pull a stronger emotion. Like the last time you were talking to your mom, like say the example you gave me in the car. Like, let's if the emotion is a task to do, okay, what would it mean to do it really well? Like what's it like when she was doing that?
Well, when she was talking to me, I didn't respond, and I didn't want to respond, and I was frustrated at the stuff she was saying.
Okay.
Is that an emotion?
Yes, frustration, yeah.
So is choosing not to respond based on an emotion?
Yeah, I would say it. Well, no. In behavior, like you're gonna not respond because you're sensing contingencies. You're sensing that that's gonna lead to an outcome that you want more, and then the emotion will arise kind of out of that. And it, yes and no, like it occurs at the same time. It's a mistake to suppose because you felt the emotion you did something. You did think something because it would be advantageous, and then you felt an emotion.
So then what the hell is this book?
Emotions are still very important, even if we kind of run on.
Wait, you're saying these models are compatible?
Yep. I don't exactly know how, but they are.
So, because my job as customer support is to be like, well, that's the reaction we did, but maybe there was a better one.
Sure, exactly. So, all right, here, what is there something you didn't know about yourself? Or did you maybe kind of already knew this? Like, for instance, if this happened the first time and you were like, man, I really didn't like, really didn't like that person, so I ignored them. Maybe you didn't really learn much this time, but you know that you didn't like something she did.
Yeah, I don't know if was I supposed to learn something? Was there something I didn't know?
Is there something you should simply go out and do in the world? This is an interesting one. So you felt a certain way about this. You're kind of doing this already. You're basing how you felt. You're making decisions based on that. Like you kind of talked to me about it.
Yeah, I think I did the customer support job good that time. You know,
Yeah.
I saw the situation. I decided that there was nothing to do. I decided not to talk.
Right.
Situation ended.
Why do you think the company asked you to do that?
Because they're used to like being manipulated and like being unhappy and things not going well. Or maybe I was the vector to that happening and this is my fault.
No, I don't think like this is really your fault at all. I think this is
But as a
the
customer
environment.
support person,
I personally think that you, as a smart person, adapted very well to your scenario there. And I think what happened is maybe your company was like, all right, we're getting emotionally manipulated. We have to lock that down. And they kind of like went into antivirus mode and turned off a lot of their functionality.
okay, that sounds real.
And I think you as the agent in charge, the support line, like told them to do that. You were like, wait, they're making me do things I don't want to do, and you probably told the emotional brain like stop responding.
But the emotional brain is in charge. I'm just sitting here being silly. So like, isn't it they got fear or something, and then I'm like,
Yeah, I'm not totally sure on this yet, but let's keep going. So don't judge the emotion and don't judge yourself for having it. It's
damn
important
it.
documentation for your task. Treat it accordingly. Yeah, this has been kind of a tough one for me occasionally too. Like I really deprive myself when I start getting burnt out and depressed. I'm like, I need to be eating healthier. I need to be exercising more. I need to be sleeping better. Like I go into full hyper optimizer mode, and I'm in optimizer mode constantly. I have OCD, I've realized, and you think it's just Vim, but it's everything. Like we were cooking earlier. I like I'm really really particular about everything. Um uh okay, no more messages. They're logged in. Okay. This is also true for negative emotions. Do not forbid yourself from feeling shame, fear, disgust, frustration, disappointment, or even hate. Do you know the difference between shame and regret?
You said I think that shame was social and regret was having negative consequences for
Yeah,
you.
more or less. Like, shame is like you feel like you're not good enough, and regret is like you feel like you did something that's bad. And shame is really destructive. It causes us to isolate and feel more shame. And regret is like, I did something bad in the past, but I can move past it. And shame is maybe the strongest emotion we can possibly feel. Fear is up there too. Disgust, frustration, disappointment, or even hate. Um, every emotion is important information, and getting rid of the emotion doesn't mean you get rid of the underlying problem. A common mistake here is to think that if you never experience negative emotions about other people, it will somehow automatically make you a kind person. What actually happens is it makes you a person who doesn't know what they are not kind, that they are not kind. If you have trouble coming up with answers, we have Gendelin's focusing, which we should do. Um, maybe we could. How long is Gendelin's focusing?
Yeah, I gotta learn about Gendelin's focusing.
Okay, it's not long. They actually knew what they were talking about and didn't fill this with bloat. Gendelin's focusing. How do you get good at it? The good. You know more about yourself and your emotions. This makes you able to handle emotions more skillfully as well as stay true to your deep desires. You have better access to subtle intuitions. There's much happening in your brain that you aren't aware of, and sometimes all the answers you need are already in there somewhere. You recognize more easily when other people are being honest. You get the hang of the skill of connecting your deep emotions. It also is easier to tell if other people are doing it or not. I I feel like I'm pretty there on this one. I can really tell when people are being honest and when it's a social front. Um, you have the bad. You have the reality of your mind rubbed in your face. Are you ready for this? You won't always like what you see. Depending on your pre-existing assumptions, it might trigger some serious reevaluation of your self-image and life philosophy. Are you ready for this? You might be more easily frustrated with shallow conversations. Yeah,
You know.
discovering emotions together with other people is very powerful and enriching experience, but not always appropriate, and you can't always do it. Yeah,
What's that about? What?
yeah, it's like the vulnerability thing I'll do with people now. Like, I really don't want to have conversations with people that are telling me mundane life details. I get really bored. Like, I need to be like, all right, I want to hear your backstory, and I want to like go into it with you.
Yeah, but what's the discovering emotions together with other people is good, but also bad? Don't do it.
Um, oh, sure, sure, sure. And you can't always do it. Like, not everyone's gonna be open to like really, like we don't really express our emotions super outwardly in some social contexts, and some people will feel not comfortable enough to do it. And uh, basically, when you want to get someone talking about serious, deep stuff, like you can't just lead with it. You really have to warm up the social muscles. So I guess that's what they're talking. Like if you just go to
Hmm.
someone and are like start just, like telling me your traumas like that, no, that won't really work well. Okay, it's naturally easy for some people and quite tricky for others. You find it easy to talk about your emotions. Sometimes it takes you time to find the right words, but it's not often that you find yourself completely stumped. You can systematically resolve vague, nagging doubts into clear insights. I can't really do that. Whenever you sit and think about your issues, they tend to become more and more clear as opposed to muddy and confused, forcing you to give up.
Damn it, yeah, no.
You're able to make quick decisions which you don't regret later. When there is no time, you act in agreement with your deep emotions, and even though it's not always best possible decision, it's nothing you're ashamed of. I know Prophet does this really well. He operates like from an insane place of intuition. Like he makes decisions so quickly and they're all pretty good decisions. So I'm curious about that one. Cuz thinking things over just wastes so much time when you've got like the whole company to handle things. Working on this skill gives you indirect benefits, which are much more insightful than any particular insights coming out of a single lesson session. Okay, working on this skill gives you indirect benefits, which are much more important than any particular coming out of a sing. So they, I guess, putting more practice into this, putting effort into it will train your mind to be more responsive to emotions in general, even when you aren't paying attention. If this is already your second nature, you'll probably feel that any specific instructions about how to do it are pointless. Don't worry, the purpose of the detailed instructions below is limited to initial stages of learning, and you are supposed to go beyond them. Method learned from the audiobook by Eugene T. Gendlin. This book is quite well known, so there's a chance you can borrow it from a friend. Um, oh, this is by someone. They just drop a book rec. This short version. Oh no, they're not making us go to another link, are they? Oh, we can get the audiobook. Yo, no, are you in chat? I'll send you. Do you have Jellyfin yet? It's like this open source audiobook platform. This seems like the good type of thing to be an audiobook. This book. No, we'll handle it. Method 2. Follow the simplest instructions below and wing it. Okay. All right, we're doing method 2. Step 1. Felt sense. Bring up something you'd like to work on together with your subconscious mind. It can be a question, feeling, memory, desire, etc. Focus on the wordless blob of intuition that represents it rather than any names you might have for it. It's usually a good idea to let the topic pick itself as much as possible. Okay, we'll think of a topic in a sec, but hold hold delicately in your attention. Don't assume that you know any answers. Your mind is likely to surprise you, and you need to give it space to do so. If your intuition seems murky and hard to access, stay with the feeling for a minute or so and give your mind time to bring up the full richness of related thoughts and feelings. Okay, so think of a question that is focus on the word question, feeling, or memory you'd like to work on. I'm trying to think for me what I'd like to work on. And you could do this alongside. I guess I'd like to work on my ego and how I tell people I'm going to do things. like in how I shoot off at the mouth. All right, let me think about that. All the memories I have of bragging. There was some girl I DM'd some cringe shit to. There was all the things I've said on YouTube about getting jobs, and there's like presenting myself in certain ways to people to try to impress them. Okay. Gonna try to like just think of the vibe of that information. Focus on the wordless blob of intuition that represents it. Okay. Kind of keeping it in my head, it's kind of tough because it's like multiple experiences. I guess I'll focus on the one experience. Oh, when I was manic the first time, I said some very stupid shit to girls as well. That was actually the most of it. And I remember, like, at the time that felt really good and right, but then in hindsight, nah. Okay, I have this blob. Don't assume that you know any answers. Like, I'm trying to fix this. Intuition is murky and hard to access. I'll stay with that feeling. I'm not really feeling much. Find a corresponding sensation in your body. Emotional disturbance tends to influence muscle tension, and this can often be felt as physical sensations in the body. Some common examples include feeling tightness in the chest, belly area, or throat. I think I'm just too relaxed about this stuff now that it's not working for me. I just don't feel embarrassed. I tried, but if you don't feel anything in your body, you might still have some success. This next step, you'll probably benefit from learning how to sense your body with extreme clarity.
Extreme clarity. All right, I'm trying to work on why I'm so negative all the time, and I feel it in my throat.
That's a good one. And you feel it in your throat, okay? All right, and you just did step 2. Let's go. Bounce some guesses off. Give your mind lots of space. If your guesses don't stick, let them drop away without being attached. So you feel it in your throat. Bounce some guesses off the felt sense. If something just pops into your mind, try going along with it for some time and see what you can find. Just don't lose track. So do you have any guesses?
What am I guessing at?
Give your mind space. If your guesses don't stick, let them drop away. Try to bounce some guesses off the felt sense. Like, why do you... You said you felt that negativity in your throat? Like...
My throat is tense when I'm feeling the ball.
Wait, what do you mean feeling the ball?
The intuitive thing we're supposed to be holding.
Oh, okay. You're thinking about it, and your throat is tense. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Try to bounce some guesses off the felt sense to see what this feels. To see if this feels right. Okay, so you're matching a verbal description. Okay, cool. And you're bouncing guesses off. So, like, yeah, it feels something in your throat. Something just pops in your mind. Try going along with it for some time and see what you can find. So does it always happen in your throat?
Yeah. My therapist is always doing this exercise of like, where do you feel that in your body? And I never pointed out the throat. But I think it was the throat a lot.
I wonder why the throat. Like, something to do with vocal?
Yeah, it might be about me not being heard. But it's also a very specific part of my throat that I don't know how to name it.
Cloaca?
I don't know what that is. It's like the inside.
Cloaca? No, that's something else. That's like a chicken vagina or something. Noah would be laughing at me so hard right now if he was online. Like the back of your throat, or?
The top of it.
Okay. Interesting. Often you'll hit on some word or phrases that click but aren't complete answer. Build on them and explore the most promising areas. Okay. Um, and apparently, if we keep doing this, you'll hit on a description that clicks really well and you'll feel a release of tension. This already seems like a great start if you have it in your throat as a cue. Then you can immediately kind of notice it and be like, okay, negativity bias. After you manage to get this to happen once, you'll know exactly where you're looking for, and the whole process should become more straightforward. I wonder if I can do this for a question. I tried to think of a problem it would solve, but maybe I'd maybe I'll think about your question too, and we'll see if I can get some vibe-based answers. So like, just think about the whole shape of the problem, right? Like your negativity bias, um, like so. I see. I'm not really gonna come up with it. I'm not gonna try to force anything. Hmm. Okay, so just thinking about it, like, and I'm just thinking about my negativity bias in the past too. It's like, even when things are really good all around you, for some reason you're kind of nitpicking evidence from your past that kind of is forming this like basis for your emotions, which like you're kind of, like they said earlier, pulling um, negative things into your, like, in the company model, like you keep you keep getting on the phone with like the negativity department, and yeah, I've just seen it like in like, but I've seen you in both different states. You know, like I've seen you very happy for a long period of time before, and then I see you quickly go back into heavy negativity bias states. And like after you came back from that trip with your parents, that could have been what caused it. Um, so let's see. Did I get any ideas around it? Um, I'm a huge believer in like the people you spend time around really shape your behavior, and so that's kind of something. But I don't know. I'm just vibe definitioning. Like, you ideally, like, you want to be in control of the five people kind of in your nearest, not in control of them, but like, you want to be engineering your social circle to have like good inner circlers in rotation essentially. And yeah, oh my god, bro, I just had this realization about this girl that I kind of like she's like really into the social stuff, and like she has like, just she must have some geniuses in her rotation because she makes so much money and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's another cringe thing. I've tried to impress her before just with like stuff I've done, but like she's in the big leagues. But oh my god, I never saw that before. I never saw her mastery of things. And now just like how I have a certain like social understanding, I'll look at people and be like, oh, they're so clueless. Like that's how she felt about me, bro. Oh no. Um, okay. That helped me a little bit, I guess, a vibe, and then I just kind of pulled ideas up. I don't know. I'm gonna listen to the book on this. Um, so the throat thing seems like a good realization to have. I don't know if you felt the shift or not, though.
What's the shift about?
At some point, you'll finally hit on a description that clicks really well. Feel a release of tension. So, like, a solution to why do you have negativity bias? So my 2 cents is it's your network of people, and the fact that, as you said earlier, like, your emotional part of your brain is really adapted to kind of shutting down when it's around those people as a defense mechanism. And I think like it will immediately return to doing that as soon as those people are in your proximity again because you've been so conditioned to do that. And I have this with certain people as well where they'll even like getting a text from them kind of throws me off emotionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, dude, what I would do for at least the short term, just while you get everything figured out, like it's really hard to do good behavioral intervention when someone else is trying to operate on you. And I would. This is like, I do not condone limiting free association. Like this is not a cult. You can go and talk to other people. Eric can go and talk to other people other than me. But
I thought I'd want to.
yeah, see, um, yeah, I would just honestly like delete their contacts for a short time and like just to completely remove any sucks back into that world and contact them through your siblings or something if you need to. That might just save you a lot of trouble. I thought like, oh, I can keep this person at arm's length. They'll kind of mute them on Discord, but they're so attention hungry and so manipulative that I just I can't. It's an energy sink. Um, in the short version, above is not enough to get you started. This might be more like with the original book. Okay, I kind of get the vibe, but yeah. Okay, further progress. I think we might. Oh, the instructions above aren't really about how you use the skill. Uh, aren't really how you use the skill when you're good at it. You need to do anything in any particular order as long as it works. You also need to use any verbal thoughts. In fact, mental images or impressions might be more powerful. Ah, that's interesting. Just mental images are more powerful. There's a lot of science that shows our brains operate on images much more than words because the verbal machinery is newer. Um, we got a question from Roman. Uh, when did your behaviorism rabbit hole start? Yeah, I've said this in other videos. You can catch up on my journey in the latest videos, but it was a mentor, No, who his name is literally No. Well, not his real name, but his kind of his hacker alias, and
At least we
he,
think.
yeah, yeah, he might. His birth certificate just says no on it. Um, yeah, and so I kind of started studying people under him, and I realized so I was reading behaviorism because of his suggestion, and I woke up like one day after 3 weeks of working with him, and I was like, hold on, all my bad habits are gone. I'm super super charismatic to the point that it's a little bit scary, and yeah, he just completely like he used behaviorism to kind of modify my behavior, and then I started like and then just so many things started going well. Like my staff is really cohesive; they handle things for me. Like a lot of kind of big boys started pulling up to the club, and yeah, he made everything good for me. Like I tried therapy and it was nothing compared to what No can do. And his girlfriend as well is real prodigy with people. And um, yeah, so that's how I got into behaviorism. The actual like meat and potatoes of behaviorism is pretty difficult to digest. Like Skinner is super dense, but like learning with people helped me quite a lot. Another question. Oh, is it? Uh, do you think confrontation is necessary before cutting people out of your life, or do you believe in just blocking them completely? Gotcha. Didn't realize No introduced you. I thought you found No through behaviorism. Oh, good. Okay, you're caught up in the lore. Didn't mean to. Um, yeah, no, it was No who introduced me. Um, Yeah, cutting people out of your life. So I would say for Eric's case and maybe for your case, I don't personally know, but it's until you become a really competent operator and you're really comfortable kind of molding people and changing their behavior to what you want to see, you shouldn't be in their sphere. So Eric's case, he's got someone who's I would hesitate to call them an operator or like I don't know what you call these people, like leader or she seems more like a manipulator. And it's really, really hard to function with a manipulator around you. So Eric, like, I think basically as a defense mechanism, shut down his emotions, which is really, really impressive because it's like a like he used his cognitive side to block out the emotional side because we are very weak to women's emotional games. They kind of control us emotionally. And so I'm surprised you were able to adapt like that. But I would say you don't have to confront people. Like silent treatment is enough of a confrontation in a way. Like it's negative punishment. It's withholding rewards, and they will start to think in the background, "What have I done?" And what you can do, this is going to be insidious, dude, once you can pull this off. So cut them out so that they don't kind of fuck with your mind. And then you're going to slowly build up strength until you can handle them, until you've got all this under your tool belt and you're a really good operator. And then you can come back to them and you can kind of do this little cycle on the problematic parent or whatever if they're really behind the times or delusional or you can kind of through vulnerability kind of soften them up a little bit and show that you still love them. Deep down, most people just want love and connection. We're social. We're wired for that, and you can show them that. You can give them that approval and praise, but show them that it is very contingent on their behavior. When they act in a certain way, they're going to get approval and praise from you, and when they start to manipulate, you're going to withhold the reward, and they're going to get negative punishment for that. They're going to be like, "Oh wow, I manipulating is not I'm not getting the results I want from it anymore." Huh. Because the thing is, it's been very adaptive for her up until this point, I would imagine. Behavior rewarded is behavior repeated, and it's rewarding for her to see that she can change people. But as soon as she realizes you've caught on and you're the one in charge, she's going to change her tune. If that answers your question. Instructions aren't really how you use the skill when you're good at it. You don't need to do anything in any particular order as long as it works. You also don't need to use any verbal thoughts. In fact, mental images or impressions might be more powerful. Dude, are you a big verbal thinker?
Maybe. You know, I'm not really a visual learner. No, that doesn't mean anything. I don't know.
I think, yeah, I was gonna say, like, the learning types never meant anything to me. Maybe I just didn't get it.
No, I didn't. Actually, I think I heard that it isn't even real at all.
Yeah.
No, visual learner is just something you say when you want to touch a girl and be funny.
Oh yeah, that's one use case. Oh dude, that's good. I really only think in words. Oh my god, hold on. I can if I want, but 99% of the time I'm just talking to myself. Really? That's interesting to hear you say that because I I basically don't talk in my head. I live in a visionary vibes world. Like I just think in images.
You know, I think that I think in words because talking was such an important activity and like dealing with people saying things. But I wonder if images would have some kind of benefit to it. Like words are kind of goofy.
Yeah, the thing with images, there's a book called Moonwalking with Einstein. Yes, we just social engineered someone into subscribing. Yay! Well, welcome to Fremen. We're gonna do a little special stream for anyone who's a channel member. I really appreciate the support. Because at the end of the day, I am a broke college kid and I need capital before I can start paying people to do things. It's an important bottleneck. You're making the vision come true. Anyway, like, yeah, there's this book, Moonwalking with Einstein, which describes how our visual memories evolved over way longer time periods. They're way stronger. And this guy goes from, in 1 year, just not having any skill to being the world memory champion. And the way that he does it is using memory palaces. Do you know that technique?
No.
So you picture in your head right now your apartment, right? You'll notice that you can walk through it pretty effectively. Like, let's imagine going in your front door, going up the stairs. Are you imagining this?
Yeah.
Like, opening the door, all the different parts of your apartment. We can picture the yoga ball in the corner. We can go over to where you sleep. We can look out that balcony. We can see the lake. We can go over to your kitchen. We can see the, like, recycling. We can go to the bathroom. We can look at the knob. We can look at the, you see what I mean? We have very, very powerful visual memories. I've noticed this in Minecraft worlds as well. Like, I can still remember certain Minecraft worlds, but when you try to imagine words, right? Like, okay, what's a book you really like? What's the first 2 paragraphs of it?
No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the technique of memory palaces is you can start to practice imagining, like, all right, let's say we want to memorize the consequence menu from behavior. We're going to imagine you walk in your front door and let's do positive reinforcement. There's like a big cake. Just imagine like the more ridiculous and over the top you can do. There's like a huge 20-tier wedding cake, right? As soon as you walk in the door and it's like scraping on the ceiling. That's your positive reinforcement. And then you're going to walk up the stairs and then we're going to get to your apartment door and then we get like negative reinforcement. This is taking away something good. So what's an image for that? Or negative reinforcement is taking away something bad. Actually, no. Let's go up the stairs a little bit more. Skip that door. We're going to go to where you take off your shoes. So your shoes are maybe a little bit uncomfortable. You're more comfortable in socks. You're going to take them off. That's negative reinforcement. You can see we can kind of place concepts in our imagination in these places in buildings. This is called the technique of loci. It's how ancient Greeks memorized like entire plays. And so you can kind of walk through, and then now in the future you can imagine your wedding cake. So I use this to memorize like my credit card numbers, my social security number, all that stuff. And I have different buildings for different like.
This is so frustrating. This is like the most overkill strategy in the world to remember something, and it's gonna work better because we're so misfit.
Yep. Yep. So I have. This is also why I really like traveling. I like to collect buildings, so I can remember more stuff. Yeah. I feel positively reinforced. Let's go. I've actually been thinking about that. I want to make an effort to think in images might be good for my mental health, I'm guessing. Yeah. I don't know about mental health specifically, but certainly memory is huge. And I also just think in vibes a lot too. Like I imagine things quite a lot. I don't know. That leads me to be delusional and have a huge ego sometimes, for sure. Because I'm like not really based in reality. I'm based in like, oh, that's cool. But I think like there's certainly trade-offs. I'm not saying my way of thinking about things is more optimal than yours, but like it gets some things right. Okay. Try to stay in touch with your body and your felt senses all the time. In this case, you don't need to use the technique at all because you already get it automatically. Okay. What was the point of that sentence? I thought this was slimmed down. Come on, guys. However, before making a big decision, you might still want to take a longer time to consult your inner feelings and thoughts. Changes you communicate. If you learn to speak directly from your deep emotions, especially in a setting in which other people are willing to do so, your relationships will be greatly enriched. That's facts. Yeah. Can we zoom in on chat, dude? It's tiny. We can. Dude, don't you just love our computers?
No.
sometimes you gotta just appreciate them. It's like, yeah, it's JavaScript. Well, this is actually HTML. They knew what they were doing. Okay, yeah, that seemed like a solid article. I'll get that book. I'll text you the Jellyfin link if you want to listen to
All
it.
right. Yeah, I'm gonna. Can you send me just the link to this site?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been meaning to read this for a while. That vibes based thing was very confirming of what I already kind of do. All right, how much more in this article? Because I'm supposed to go to bed at a very optimal time.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, we can't read any more of this. All right, we got an extra member. We got some people to learn some stuff. We're gonna call the stream. Yeah. Hopefully you learned something cool. Catch you next time.